Clearly, America has not heeded the advice of Paine, Jefferson, Washington, and Madison, men who risked all that they had for our freedom. We have spent over 16 years in an undeclared war with Iraq, spending over $1 trillion and thousands of lives. Yes, that's right, 16 years, ever since 1991. People tend to forget the years between the Gulf Wars, but I don't, as that's when I was flying combat support operations. How many more lives are we willing to spend in Iraq? Will my friends currently over there come home alive? How long will we be there? We've spent over 50 years in Korea, having fought an undeclared war. In fact, President Truman didn't even bother to go to Congress, but instead got authorizations from the United Nations. This was a slap in the face for the brave soldiers who swore to uphold the Constitution, which requires Congress to declare war. This transgression, along with the undeclared Vietnam War, led to the passage of the War Powers Resolution, which actually seems to have made things worse. Clinton sent the military into conflicts dozens of times during his 2 terms, as I should know. And during Kosovo, he bombed Serbia for several months after the House had voted against authorizing the air war. Do you know that we are currently fighting in Colombia, South America? We have 700 bases in over 130 countries, with 250,000 military members stationed overseas before Iraq started. As Dr. Paul said in Iowa, our founding fathers would be ashamed of us. Madison's warnings are completely prophetic. Of all the enemies of true liberty, war is perhaps the most to be dreaded because it comprises and develops the germ of every other. War is the parent of armies. From these proceed debts and taxes, and armies and debts and taxes are the known instrument for bringing the many under the domination of a few. We are told over and over again to support the troops, suggesting that if we question going to war, we have somehow disrespected the troop. Well, I am a troop. And so are the other soldiers who have donated more to Ron Paul's campaign than to any other candidate. We signed up willing to sacrifice our lives to maintain liberty, just as those soldiers at Valley Forge did to gain our liberty. The best support people can give the troops is to make sure that our politicians obey the rule of law in declaring war. This will ensure that we go to war carefully, for the proper reasons, with well-defined objectives, and with the resolve of the American people. We are told over and over again that if you don't support this foreign policy, you are weak on defense. But how does stationing 250,000 troops overseas while our borders are open provide a strong defense? How does stationing troops in 2 Middle Eastern countries provide a strong defense when it is well documented that occupation helps recruit terrorists and drive suicide terrorism, as I experienced in the bombing of Khobar Towers? Al-Qaeda is reported to be stronger than ever. How does delegating the pursuit of terrorists to foreign governments like Pakistan while attacking a country that had not attacked us provide a strong defense? For a strong defense, what we need to do is protect our borders, not attempt to remake borders overseas. We need to pursue a non-interventionist foreign policy with free trade and travel to engender the goodwill of the world. And when we are attacked, we need to go after those who have attacked us and only those who attacked us. What we need is Ron Paul. In his 10 terms, he has consistently fought to protect our borders and our sovereignty. He has consistently advocated a non-interventionist foreign policy and free trade. And he advocated directly targeting the terrorists by voting to pursue them into Afghanistan. He also sponsored a bill to target the terrorists directly through constitutional means, but was sadly ignored. It has become abundantly clear to me that the revolution sparked by the Boston Tea Party was gradually abandoned over the last 2 centuries. Our non-interventionist foreign policy was abandoned by Wilson, who said that we should make the world safe for democracy, leading to World War I. But the withering torch of freedom has once again been reignited. The revolution began at Lexington and Concord, 10 miles from this cradle of liberty here. And the beginning of the Second American Revolution will also take place in Concord. But it will be Concord, New Hampshire, headquarters of the New Hampshire Ron Paul for President campaign. Join Operation Live Free or Die. Join Operation Live Free or Die. That's OperationLiveFreeOrDie.com. And come help us succeed in New Hampshire. Do you want to return to the non-interventionist foreign policy our founders envisioned? Whose foreign policy do you want? That of Washington or of Wilson? This is such a big problem, they split it into 2 banners. Our interventionist foreign policy. Let's toss it in the harbor. I would also like, as a symbolic gesture, to put these desert boots also into the harbor, but I want to pull back out the normal boots that we wear here in the United States. I want to bring our troops home and defend our country, the United States of America. Thank you, and thanks to all our brave servicemen, servicewomen, and especially those that have donated to the Ron Paul campaign. Thank you very much.